Hey everyone, in this session we will understand how we can handle messy data in a dataset. In our previous session we have understood how we can handle missing data from a dataset. If you are not aware of it, you can watch my previous video where we have explained all the important methods in Pandas by which we can handle missing data from a dataset. Today in this session we will understand how we can handle messy data. Handling messy data or data munching is a process of transforming the data from unstable form to a useful one. There are a couple of important methods in Pandas. By using those methods, we can easily perform data munching on our dataset. The most important methods are drop, duplicate, strip and replace. Using these four methods which are present in Pandas, we can perform a decent data munching on our dataset. There are a couple of more methods in Pandas to perform data munching. You can go through the Pandas official documentation to understand them in detail. However, these four are the important methods what is being used by all the data engineers and the machine learning engineers in order to perform data munching on their dataset. Drop is a method to drop unnecessary columns from a dataset. There could be multiple columns which are required for our specific use case and few columns which will not be useful for our specific use case, and that is the reason drop is a method by which we can drop unnecessary columns from a dataset. Drop duplicate is another method to remove duplicates from a dataset. Remember, keeping duplicate data in a dataset is not a wise decision, and that is the reason using drop duplicates we can easily remove duplicates from a dataset. Strip is a method by which we can remove unnecessary characters from a string. We will see in our coding session how we can use strip in order to perform data munching in a dataset. Replace is another very useful method by which we can replace one value by another value. Before we write some code, let's see the dataset I have created for our example. This is nothing but a customer data where we have customer ID, customer name, phone number, gender, wage or non-wage and the profession. Let's think that this customer data will be used by a restaurant. They need the customer name, but if you see here, the customer name is also not a very clean column. There are few special characters associated with the name of the customers which are making the data as a messy data. Even in phone number, the format of the data is not uniform. There are special characters in between. Gender column is not uniform too, because there are few cases where male in different format than this male, and some places instead of male it's only M, which is sometimes capital, sometimes small. So data is not uniform in gender column. Same for is non-vegetarian column as well. So in some restaurant, assuming the profession of a customer is not very important, we can drop this column as well, as it is an unnecessary column within this dataset. Now let's go to Jupyter notebook to clean this dataset into a form which will be useful for data analysis and machine learning project. As we will be using Pandas library in our notebook, that is the reason I have imported Pandas as PD. Once Pandas is imported in this notebook, let's read the CSV file in order to create a data frame out of it. Drop is a method by which we can drop few columns which are not necessary for our use case. Assuming profession is a column which is unnecessary for our use case, we can drop that column at the very first place before starting any other data munching operation, and we can do that easily using drop method. So if you see here, after running drop profession column, we could successfully drop the profession column from the data frame. For that, drop method takes two arguments. One is the columns what we want to remove from the data frame, and axis 1 represents that we want to drop columns, not rows. Now if you see here, index number 4 and 5 are exactly same. There is no difference between these two rows. Using drop duplicates method, we can easily remove duplicates from our data frame. Let's run this. Now if you see, the duplicate entries for Peter is not available in this data frame. We could successfully remove all the duplicates present in a data frame using drop_duplicates method. Once we have removed unnecessary columns and duplicate rows, let's concentrate on the individual columns now. Though the customer ID column does not have any messy data, but customer name has a number of special characters here and there, and we have to clean this customer name column such a way that we get uniform data present in the customer name column. Using strip, we can remove special characters from both the ends of a string. We have to specify what are the special characters we want to remove from both the ends of a string. If we do not provide anything, strip takes space as a special character. If we run this, now you see the customer name column is cleaned up. There is no messy data anymore. All the leading hash, slash and stars have been removed successfully. Let's concentrate on the phone numbers. Here if you see, we have some leading special characters, some characters in between. In order to clean them, we can use replace method. Using replace, we are cleaning up the phone number column. Replace takes a regular expression to identify the pattern to be replaced. Here, by using this regular expression, we are informing a Python interpreter that accept all the characters and numbers, replace everything else with nothing. So first argument is the pattern we want to replace. The second argument is what is the replaced character. In our case, we don't want anything to replace, and that is the reason I have just added a single quote here. Regex equal to true is an argument by which we are informing Python interpreter that my replace method will take a regex as its argument. So what will happen? Apart from these digits, all the special characters will be removed from phone number column. Let's run this cell. If you see now, all the special characters of phone number columns are not there anymore. We have successfully cleaned up phone number column as well. Now let's concentrate to clean up the gender column. Here our target is to make this data uniform. In order to do that, we can make use of replace method. Replace takes a dictionary as its input as well. In this dictionary, basically we are informing what is the value we want to replace and what will be the replaced value. Here if you see, male will be replaced by M. Small m will also be replaced by capital M. Similarly, female will be replaced by F. We have provided all the possible patterns for a gender and a unified value by which we will be replacing those patterns. Now if you see, instead of different patterns in gender column, we made it uniform. M is for male, F is for female. The similar thing we will be performing is non-vegetarian column as well. After running this, is non-vegetarian column is replaced with all uniform values. Y means yes, N means no. Now let's see what was the messy dataset and what is the cleaned up dataset side by side. This was the old dataset where we had lot of special characters in customer name and phone number columns. We had an unnecessary column called profession which is not needed for our restaurant context. Gender and non-vegetarian columns were not uniform and there were duplicate data as well in the data. Using drop method, we could drop unnecessary column called profession. Using drop duplicate methods, we could remove the duplicate row from the dataset. Using strip method, we could remove all the special characters from customer name column. Using replace, we could clean phone number column and made all the data uniform in gender and non-vegetarian columns. After this session, hope you have understood how we can convert a messy dataset into a useful one. This is called data munging in data analysis and machine learning world. Thanks a lot for watching this video.